That, I suspect, will keep him clean with the judges, but we'll have to wait for a ruling.
Climbing up back this waterfall is extremely difficult. They have to make a turn right before they start, and to keep centered on that bike and to keep traction, very difficult. Beautiful. And now the tires are wet, and it's easy to come off this.
Well, he doesn't. It's a clean round. He's put up a terrific performance in spite of taking a bit of the wrong course there. 3:44.91 his elapsed time. That's what the others have to beat. Wayne Holdsworth now riding an Aprilia 240. Liphook in Hampshire. He was actually, as I said, third in the Pro-Am kickstart, partnering Steve Saunders. Put up a good show there. Time to beat there, Lampkin's time in the top left-hand corner, and could be a deceptively good time, that.
Again, on this uphill, there's two logs after this limbo pole that if they don't leave the rear tire on the ground, they'll stop. Nice. Very nice. He needs to pick up some speed here. The ground is very uneven there, and that caused him trouble.
And he's got 20, so that's going to put him in real trouble.
Right, by slowing down, the ground was uneven, and he couldn't just keep the stability of the bike. When you slow down, the stability stops. You've got to keep a little movement. Very nice.
Got some height there, sir.
This is a lot harder from this direction. You're right up against the fence, and you're not quite straight. See how he's just a little off? Great job.
Reasonably quick. He's got 20 seconds to add to this, so in fact he is very much slower than Lampkin over the course, and just held it. It's good balance.
Oh, very good. On this uphill, this has to be almost the hardest part of the whole course on this waterfall. It's very steep, and you have to stay over the center of the bike. See, the foot's down already.
So 40 against him, and that's really going to keep him out of the frame, and certainly put him behind young Dougie Lampkin. Just holds it there on Zebedee, but he's got 40 seconds to add to this, makes 4:16.95. So now accuracy is all important, certainly for this young Welsh lad, Gareth Thomas, 12-year-old from Hollywood Fluid in North Wales. Currently the leader of the British Championship C-Class, but he'll have to hold it all together. Up to 12-year-old riders in the C-Class competitions. He's certainly making his mark in this world, but can he hold it together in this round? With a very good first one, there's 20 for a start.
You see how the rear tire bounced? That's what threw off the balance. You've got to get that rear tire on the ground so you can keep moving. You can hear the smaller CC motor, how they have to keep the revs up higher.
And with the small motor, he has the problem of getting enough height, getting out of this dip to clear that hole, and he doesn't do it.
Oh, what he needed to do is he had to get a weight transfer of releasing the rear suspension. It's compressed and has to come up from that, and that's what lifts the rear end.
And he's got 40 seconds to add to this already, and that will mean that he will go below Lampkin as well. So Dougie Lampkin's first round may not be as bad as it looked.
Right, he could have a real problem come up this waterfall. That's where you've got to keep those up on the smaller bikes. And if you're off balance on this steep hill, you could be in trouble.
And the foot's down. That's a full minute to add. That puts him out of it. The total time he finished with a 4:25.54. So we've only two riders to go. Both of them, though, could get into the final. They were fastest on the first time round. This is Graham Jarvis, 13 years old, from Canterbury in Kent. Did a very good, clean round on the first attempt of the course. Can he hold it together this time? Lampkin's score up there in the top left-hand corner. That's what he's got to beat.
There's two spots that are very hard in this course. This one right here, and he did it very well. Get that rear tire right on the ground.
Jarvis currently is ahead of Lampkin in the Motorcycle Union B-Class Championship. In fact, Jarvis is second in that championship at the moment, with Luke Wood, the declared champion. Oh, that was careless.
All right, well, he's still in good shape here, but he's got to clean the waterfall section.
I'm surprised he didn't get over that other bit there, the pole, because his bike's big enough, certainly. It's Frantic 203.
Right, any one of these sections can give you trouble. I mean, you're off just a little bit, you'll have it.
20 seconds to add to that.
And this is got to be the hardest thing here for him.
He's plenty of time if he doesn't make mistakes. He's done it. 20 to add. He's going to be ahead of Lampkin. Oh, that was very smooth. Just 20 to add makes 3:03.05. He's in the lead. This was the leader after the first half. Stuart Brass, 14 years old. Comes from Clitheroe in Lancashire. Did a marvellous ride, actually. And he, of course, will be aiming to hold it all together this time. Can his nerves hold out?
Well, he has a very good stance. And the one thing that gives you is that if you're a little tense or whatever, and you can hold your stance, it's surprising how well you can do when you don't think you can.
Oh, and the foot down, so there's 20.
Just have to stop, think.
So the time in the top left-hand corner, that's Graham Jarvis's time. He's the leader. Dougie Lampkin's time, I suppose, is the more important one, which is 3:44.91, because if Brass doesn't beat that, he won't get into the final. But I'd say he's got every chance.
But this is the hardest way over this log. They've got to come right to the fence, and they're not straight.
10-foot drop there. Not pleasant. He made it look very easy. And so too the gun rails there, causing no problem whatsoever. This, as you say, Jack, is the bottom area.
Right,
there's plenty of time.
Right, they've got to get a lot of speed from the bottom of the hill.
He can't really afford the foot down, but he hasn't put one. As long as he doesn't cropper on Zebedee, he must go into the final. And as long as he gets to, and he doesn't, that's another 20. He's going to be out of it. That's 60 to add. He's blown his chances there. 250.24, 350.24. He's third. Lampkin qualifies. Confirmation of the result then of Norwich Union Junior Kickstart Heat 1 is Graham Jarvis wins the heat in 3:03.5, with Dougie Lampkin squeezing in there at 3:44.91, second place. Well, this is the section that caused quite a lot of trouble to many of the riders, certainly on the way up. But surprisingly, it was Stuart Brass putting his foot down on the section just along there, which caused all the trouble for him and really put him out of the final. Well, I find it quite extraordinary that young Dougie Lampkin qualified for the final in spite of having a terrible first run on the course, and then going the wrong way even on the second run. He still managed to qualify. It's a mark of just how good he is. So too is young Graham Jarvis. They're in the final. We'll have two more finals coming from Heat 2. Make sure you don't miss the next Junior Kickstart.
And they'll be revving up for Heat 2 tomorrow morning at the same time.